American media magnate and internet entrepreneur, Mark Zuckerberg is best known as founder and CEO of Facebook, as well as the fifth richest person in the world, since his enormous net worth recently hit an astonishing $135 billion. In the last year alone, his personal fortune has grown over $40 billion. So it comes as no surprise that the world-famous billionaire enjoys a majestic lifestyle. Here's everything you need to know about Mark Zuckerberg's billionaire lifestyle in 2021. Zuckerberg came up with Facebook from his Harvard dorm room back in 2004 when he was only 19 years old. At that time, the site was launched to serve a limited purpose of selecting colleges and for students to match names with photos of classmates. 8 years later, Zuckerberg took the company public as Facebook debuted on the New York Stock Exchange, marking the biggest technology IPO in history at the time. Today, Facebook has no less than 2.9 billion monthly active users and leads the list of the world's biggest social networking platforms with a market cap of over $900 billion. But long before the site expanded and gave Zuckerberg a chance to earn from his 13% stake in the company, he had already become the world's youngest self-made billionaire in 2007 at the age of just 23. Besides being named among the 100 most influential people in the world by Time magazine in 2008, the tech CEO has been ranked on several Forbes lists. In December 2016, he earned the number 10 spot on Forbes' list of the world's most powerful people, while being ranked number 1 on Forbes' list of America's richest entrepreneurs under 40 during the same year. Despite his status as one of the richest tech moguls in the world, the 37-year-old Harvard dropout leads a considerably low-key lifestyle. Unlike other top billionaires such as Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk, Zuckerberg doesn't dress in flashy suits and prefers to keep his choice of wardrobe extremely simple. He's almost always spotted in the same outfit, consisting of ordinary-looking jeans, sneakers, a gray t-shirt, and sometimes a sweater, all of which is also known as his work uniform. That said, each of his simple shirts cost hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars, but it doesn't change the fact that he chooses to dress casually. When asked about his wardrobe in 2014, the internet entrepreneur told the audience, "I really want to clear my life to make it so that I have to make as few decisions as possible about anything except how to best serve this community." While this may come as a surprise to most people since billionaires are expected to always look extravagant, Zuckerberg's choice of clothing is similar to his other daily life decisions. As per Business Insider, the Facebook CEO isn't too picky about what he eats for breakfast and usually just digs into whatever he's feeling that day. It's obvious that he eliminates non-essential choices from his life and doesn't waste time on small, unimportant decisions, which makes perfect sense considering the fact that just an hour of his day was estimated to be worth $1.7 million in 2018. In fact, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Zuckerberg earned around $29,000 per minute in 2019. Or to put it simply, in less than 2 minutes, he makes what it takes the full-time median US worker a year to earn. Spending 50 to 60 hours a week at Facebook in an insanely demanding schedule definitely doesn't leave Zuckerberg time to choose the flashiest attire. Unlike other uber-wealthy CEOs, Zuckerberg doesn't need to buy a separate private jet for himself or worry about his travel expenses, since all of it, along with his security, is taken care of by charter services. In 2011, Facebook reportedly had to pay around $784,000 for private chartered flights for Mark Zuckerberg, and the cost hit a staggering $1.2 billion in 2012. But even when most of his travel came to a halt due to the global pandemic, Zuckerberg was spotted riding a $12,000 electric surfboard in Hawaii. For road travel, he usually opts for moderately expensive cars such as the Volkswagen Golf GTI, the Acura TSX, and a Honda Fit, all of which are valued at or under $30,000. Perhaps the most expensive car he owns is the Italian Pagani Huayra, which has an average cost of around $3 million. There's one thing Zuckerberg doesn't seem to mind splurging on: real estate. He reportedly owns 10 lavish properties across the US, including his 5,000 square foot home in Palo Alto, California, which he bought for $7 million back in 2011. The Crescent Park neighborhood home features 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a pool, and huge backyard, as well as a custom-made artificially intelligent assistant specifically installed for Zuckerberg. The next year, Zuckerberg spent nearly $43 million on 4 homes surrounding his Palo Alto residence, with plans to level them and rebuild. The tech mogul's real estate portfolio expanded to the Pacific when he splurged around $100 million on 2 Kauai Island properties in Hawaii. Spanning 750 acres across an isolated stretch of Hawaiian beach, the properties consist of a former sugarcane plantation called the Kahuaina Plantation and the white sand Pilia'a Beach. As per Business Insider, Zuckerberg said that he and his wife, Priscilla Chan, purchased the part of Kauai Island because they're dedicated to preserving its natural beauty. But this isn't the only Hawaiian piece of land owned by the Facebook billionaire, since he went on to spend $45 million on another 89 acres in 2017. Almost a year later, he bought 2 adjacent private waterfront estates on Lake Tahoe, which cost a combined $59 million. Situated in a proper location for Bay Area residents, one of the houses is called the Brushwood Estate and dates back to the 1920s. It spans 5,233 square feet on 6 acres of land, featuring 6 bedrooms, 5 baths, 2 half baths, as well as a 2,293 square foot guest house. The other house, known as the Carousel Estate, is situated on 3.5 acres and is worth around $22 million. It's separated into 3 living quarters and features 8 bedrooms, 9.5 baths, high ceilings, and a wood-burning fireplace, which perfectly complements its old Tahoe ambience. Despite his extensive real estate portfolio, it ultimately seems like opulence and luxury are just a blip on Zuckerberg's radar, since he's been increasingly focused on philanthropy for quite some time now. In 2010, the low-key centibillionaire signed the Giving Pledge, an initiative started by Bill Gates and Warren Buffett to encourage the world's richest to donate 50% or more of their enormous fortunes to charity. In 2015, Zuckerberg took a step further when he announced that he would give away most of what he earns from his Facebook stake. This also marked the beginning of the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, or CZI, an organization established and owned by the Facebook founder and his wife Priscilla Chan, both of whom pledged to transfer 99% of their Facebook shares, then valued at $45 billion, to this initiative. Over the years, CZI has roughly awarded $2 billion in grants, including millions to causes like health, affordable housing, education, as well as immigrant and criminal justice reforms. But even before they started their own organization, both Zuckerberg and his wife donated $25 million to combat the Ebola virus disease in 2014. Right after donating $1 billion in charity during 2013. For this reason, the couple topped the Chronicle of Philanthropy's 2013 list of 50 most generous Americans. Also, amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, Zuckerberg gave away $25 million to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation initiative that's involved in medical research to combat the disease. He donated another $25 million to support local journalism that was affected by the pandemic. Not to mention Facebook's additional $75 million in purchases to support local newspapers. That's a wrap for Mark Zuckerberg's billionaire lifestyle. Thanks for watching.